winning the cup there, then coming back to Boston, and you were treated great, as you should have been, because you loved here. And I'll say worship.
That's good.
But winning the cup in Colorado and not in Boston still is
magical.
Yeah,
it was a great experience. But after winning that, I regret even more not winning in Boston, because what I experienced there in terms of the whole run and actually winning that last game was incredible. And then having the cup follow you around and the fun that you have with that, and then the parade. I mean, I'm just going through the streets of Denver and thinking, can you just imagine this being the streets of Boston?
So it was like you had an extended family back here, but you couldn't bring them along.
But it was incredible when I left, that when I came back after that first season, the people that came out with me in Colorado, that followed me and was with me, and when I came back after winning the cup, every single person I ran into told me exactly where they were June 9th watching the Stanley Cup in a back room of a wedding with a little TV, a big barbecue, a gathering just to watch the game. They were at a U2 concert where Bono comes out with a Boston Bruins jersey saying Ray Bourque's 30 seconds away from winning the Stanley Cup, and the place erupts. I mean, I have goosebumps now just talking about those things, but I couldn't imagine the support that I had, and I still have, even though I left Boston. I think people understood why I left, and were really legit happy for me that things worked out.
That's neat.
But telling you that, you know, it would have been so much fun, and I feel the only regret is that I couldn't deliver in terms of winning a cup here in Boston, because God knows the people deserve it, and it'd be such a fun place. I mean, you see the Patriots, the Red Sox, and the Celtics, and I mean, this is what it's all about. This town is so passionate about their sports, and being an athlete playing in this town, I think that makes you better, and the expectations are always high, and for me, I loved it.
Well, you know, we've seen our share of athletes leave and be anything but heroes when they come back. You know, be vilified as once heroes, instant villains. But that was not the case with you, and I think it speaks to you. It speaks to who you were. It speaks to the situation. Everybody, I know where I was. I know exactly where I was. I was in Quechee, Vermont. We were up there for playing golf with family. Everybody else went to bed. I stayed up, and I'll admit I had a few tears of happiness for it. But everybody has their own connection. It's really all about connection.
Well, it was a great story. It was such a win-win situation for hockey and, you know, the old guy. Yeah, a great story for Ray Bourque, but also for hockey. Whenever you have a story like that, it's so positive for the whole package. And the way it happened, it went to a 7th game, and, you know, you couldn't have wrote the script any better, other than maybe it happened in Boston.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Bob a question, so I want to know what his thought is, and then ask Ray about it. I thought another magical moment in Ray Bourque's career was 7 to 77.
I was getting there.
And I
read my mind.
I wondered if you were there.
I was there. I was in the hallway in the old garden. There was like this entranceway where you'd come through to go down the hallway to the locker room. And I was in the hallway standing there listening to, I guess Bob Wilson was on the microphone and was kind of peeking out through. So yeah, I was like, but I wasn't like in the stands. I was kind of like behind the scenes.
Doing your thing.
But, you know, I kind of got tipped off as to what was going to happen. But, all right, now we know how
Come on, Bob. You're not that good.